Pocket Monsters, Science and Magic! Chapter 8.
Frostbit Falls to obtain the scroll. Unfortunately, Team Ragnarok beat us to it.
As you recall.
But, very fortunately, one of the highest ranking members of the Double C, Gresley, showed up to lend
Which is essentially the Elite
assistance.
Four of this region.
Thanks to his help, we managed to obtain the second scroll, and discover
As soon as I finish this episode, I'll be caught with Science and Magic. Unless, of course, S-Code Knight releases Chapter 9 in the meantime, which, to be fair, he has 2 weeks.
So that leaves us with one question.
Actually, who am I kidding? He has plenty of time. Yeah. Now what?
I guess the best thing that we can do is travel around the
So what am I saying?
region
The
some
guy
more
doesn't have a
to see what
time
else
limit.
we
He's got all the
can
time in the
discover and
world.
improve
Everyone
our
has all the time in the
ranks
world.
some
They're not in
more. And
the...
that's
shouldn't be in a rush to
exactly
beat
what we're
me.
going to do today, as our journey through Cryoto continues right now.
I keep forgetting about the frickin' build-up every time, because I told this before, but when I play if I play Pokemon in just anything, I'm not watching the intro, I'm skipping it. So I'm not used to hearing the actual intro, you know? Flag that. I'm a very impatient man. I'm the guy that skips anime openings, but I'll still watch them on YouTube. Land of the Viking. Well, all of this is based off of Viking stuff, so that doesn't narrow it down. That's like calling Ho in the Land of Water. Or calling Sinnoh the Land of Mountain.
Now while you have the chance. However, I have the feeling that you guys probably might want to get a move on instead.
Let's get moving!
See what we can find on
I haven't dug that one out in a long time. Ooh, this is a nice shot.
For a little while, we'll be taking a break from traveling near the edge of the country.
And just being straight up in the country.
Route 8 is a vast countryside, teeming with plenty of trainers and Pokemon. It's also very expansive, so be careful not to get lost in it. However, while we're traveling on it, we can
Don't you tell me what to do, I'll get as lost as I want.
Pokemon which we haven't yet seen.
Well, I would hope...
The first of these is the Gallant Pokemon, Gallistallion.
I love this
Headstrong,
name.
but highly dedicated.
It's got a flower on its back.
Despite being native now, it didn't originally belong in the Cryoto region.
Really?
In fact, during the days of the Krytonian War, they were imported to this region from Galar. However,
Really?
as the years went by, they eventually became extinct in Galar, hence why they can no longer be found there. However, they're still...
I thought it was going to be that we
in
took
the
all of
Cryoto
them.
region,
All
and
of
there are
them.
actually efforts to try and reintroduce them to their original home.
If they went
Once
extinct,
start
they're not
warming
going to
up
work
their
very well.
trainers, they can also be a very friendly Pokemon.
We may have
It's
quite a
good
number
one to
of
have on your
horse
side.
Pokemon, but I never get tired of seeing them, honestly. But that's just because I like
Moving on,
horses.
Everyone's favorite tradition in a Pokemon
The Pikachu
game,
clone.
The Pikachu clone.
Do you count
Okay,
Pichu and
I
Raichu
know,
as a
this
Pikachu clone?
gimmick
Because I
sucks,
don't.
but it's a tradition in Pokemon games, and we have to have it.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, this is Rashaku, the messenger Pokemon. This creature is capable of transforming itself into a literal bolt of lightning.
Really?
That can zigzag across the
I do
region
like how it
in
looks like
seconds.
it's in a fancy
Due to this
outfit.
incredible speed, it was
in the bow
often
tie.
used in the olden days as a fast travel form of message and letter
It's
delivery.
got Electromane.
Even in our
Oh,
days,
a letter
there are
delivery.
still
That
some
so he's supposed to
people
look like an
who
old
use
postal
Rashaku
man.
in order to deliver their small letters. It also
Because
has
email
a
hasn't been invented.
signature
Because
ability
email is a little bit harder to
mail,
use.
where, once it
And
makes
I don't use
contact
email
with
with the main
opposed
game.
Pokemon,
The only time I use the
it will not only
PC
steal
for
the
mail is to
item,
get the free potion at the
but
beginning of the
once it leaves
games.
the field, it will put that item onto whichever Pokemon you send out next.
Really?
It also has a new move called Lightning Tag.
That's not a terrible
Essentially
move,
an
not
electric
gonna lie.
priority attack.
And you know, we all bitch about the Pikachu clones.
As you can imagine, these
Pachirisu
are
won
the
Worlds
only
once.
Pokemon that you can find on this route.
Let that sink in.
With a big field like this, there's a ton of Pokemon that you can uncover. Other newbies that you can find on this route are Hallusion for the first time,
Ooh, nice.
Tritonium Baneri and Wooloo, Woolarm, Viscerine, Shrewderol, Marshweed, and Woolert. And in terms of the oldies, we can find Abra, Fletchinder, Beautifly,
I always like
Dustox,
seeing the Gen
Nuzleaf,
3s.
Machop, Spinda, and Makuhita. Feel free to do some more team building while
Gen
you're
3 was
here,
my first
and make
Pokemon
sure to
game, so
continue
I always have a
updating
soft
me on
spot
what
for
the
those
teams
Pokemon.
are in the comments below.
They may not be
However, we're not
everyone's
quite
favorites,
done
but you
on
know.
getting new Pokemon just yet. By the looks of things, some Pokemon we already
We
have
can't make a
are ready
region
to
of everyone's
evolve.
favorite Pokemon.
So, let's see
We
whose
just
turn it
can't.
is to become stronger this
There's
time.
800 of these fuckers. Thus then, who is to say that this opinion is more important than the other? Like, some may like Galarian Meowth more than regular Meowth, but then what about the people who like Alolan Meowth? Okay, maybe I picked a bad example, but you know what I'm trying to say. Or Cryoto Meowth. Now, I've already forgotten what this Pokemon is, so this will be good. Milove into Pheromona. Mona. Nice.
If you bothered to get
Pheromona.
Love and managed to get
I
it up to max
I did,
happiness
I
while
didn't.
leveling up, it will evolve into the Scarf Pokemon Paramana. Similar to its pre-evolution, Paramana represent
A Scarf
love in
Pokemon.
the
Chingling has
It is
competition.
said that if you and someone else were to touch
Wait, is
both
Chingling the
of its
evolution?
wings, you would be destined to be
I don't know,
together.
but there's 3,000 of these
It is also
things.
said to be able to
Oh, it's
sense
Chimenko I'm
if
thinking
it
of, but
goes
that's a
near two
bell.
people
Ugh.
which fancy each other, the rings on its body will begin to glow.
I just see Chimenko and I think Scarf, not Bell. That's just me. Ooh, this thing's evolving. Nice. I always remember this guy, if only just because he was in the first incarnation. It's nice to see. Nice that we now get to see what he evolves into. I like this design a lot, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks like an Almastar redesign, but with more squid-like
If you
things.
manage to get your
I really
Gupplefish
like
up to
this
level
look.
28,
I don't know
you'll be
why.
able
I think
to
it's just...
evolve into the Cuttlefish
It's the
Pokemon
eye on the
Gupplefish.
center of the freaking
This new
thing.
form now
It's just...
boasts a
it's...
sturdy
I like
shell
this.
protected
I don't...
from predators, and a new
I can't even
propulsion
explain, but
system
you get
in
what I'm
its
trying to
body,
say.
which allows it to swiftly glide through the ocean to catch its prey. However, despite all of these extra abilities, they are still quite often hunted by humans. In fact, Guppaloid make quite the delectable snack
Oh
in the
boy.
Cryoto
Of
region.
course.
It's
I want to
interesting
eat this
itself, not
fish!
only said to be nutritious, but
Well, yeah,
delicious as
actually,
well.
that makes a lot of sense. Nutritious, eh? Oh boy, Hudwing. Actually, didn't this thing evolve recent? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the bat. Wait, but this thing is the bat, I think. Didn't this thing evolve recently? Yeah, I'm getting my wires crossed. Yeah, I'm getting my wires crossed. Its beak is getting sharper. Nice. Its hoodie has become one of those winter things.
Once your Hoodwing reaches level
It's-
26, it will be able to
dude,
evolve
I think you've been in...
into Raviary.
Someone failed No Net November, and we're not even in November
days of
yet.
old of the Cryoto region, these Pokemon used to be very common with fortune tellers, due to their unique ability to see into the future. However, it's because of that very ability why they are feared by some people, making them very antisocial Pokemon. However, if you do get one to warm up to you, it will be a very responsible ally.
Supposed to be a club in its hand, or is that its chest? I can't tell. Oop, Galarian Shellos is evolving. Not Galarian, sorry. Cryoto Shellos is evolving. Now, this could either be another form of Gastrodon or an entirely new evolution. And it looks like we're going the Gastrodon route. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't make a Galarian Gastrodon. Come on, the name would have been great. GG. I send out Galarian Gastrodon,
Once
GG.
Shellos reaches level 30, as usual, it will be able to evolve into Crytonium Gastrodon,
I like the little
the
thing in
sea
this.
slug Pokemon. In order to help it adapt to the cold environment of the Cryoto region, as well as its harsh and dangerous oceans, it had to evolve this armored form. In fact, the armor all over its body is so hard and sturdy that chainsaws have been known to break upon contact.
Really?
However, this did
Maybe we
cause
shouldn't
a
hit the
bit of
shell.
trouble
Nah,
for it
you
in
know.
the Crytonium War.
Hmm.
As mentioned before with Shellos, this armor was once harvested in order to substitute as a harder form of metal for swords, other forms of armor, and what have you. Luckily, such an act is illegal in our days.
Which is good. That isn't
Glad
going
to
to
know
stop
that
you
each
from
and
doing
every
it,
one of
though.
our Pokemon
What I love
teams
about
is
Crytonian
getting stronger as we
Gastrodon here
progress
is that it
through this
reminds me of those old,
However, it isn't just through evolution.
in
that our
Legends of
teams
Medieval
get
times,
stronger.
not only is there art of
No.
knights
If we
fighting
look around
dragons,
here
but
for
knights
one,
also
we can
fighting
actually
snails.
find
It
some more
reminds me of
berserker
that.
Pokemon. More
It was
berserkers
made
mean
mostly as
we
a
can
joke
get
to be
some
like
more
Knights of Shining Armor
armor-charged
facing
forms.
legendary
So,
dragons
before we progress
and a
on to the
snail.
next city, let's just look around here for a
It's
little
basic
bit
comedy, but,
longer
you know.
to see if we can find any, shall we?
Anyway, time to find armor charged. Oh, frig. This thing needs more power? Really? No, it doesn't.
Supercharge.
I assume if it has an armor charge form, that means it doesn't evolve again, but that doesn't mean I mean, that's not for sure, to be fair. Ooh, spike balls. It's possible that two forms could have it? I mean, I guess. I mean, yes, Mega Evolution is the case where you've reached your final form if you have a Mega, but there's also the case that, jeez, this thing is going to kill me 7 ways from Sunday. Another case that some Pokemon have special Z crystals that evolve, like Pikachu line.
Just give it to your Wool Arm and you'll be able to armor charge it. This form is pure fighting type and gains the Moxie ability to boost its further.
Because if there's something this thing needed, it's
In fact,
more
not
ways
only
to
does
punch
this
you.
form upgrade its normal arms with impressive maces, but as you can already see, it gains a new pair of arms. All 4 of which can be
Its
used to
main
grapple
arms
and smash
became
the
maces,
opponent.
and
It
its
can
hair
even
became
extend
hands.
themselves and stretch
Why didn't the hair just become maces
making
instead?
perfect tools to attack the opponent from far distances. This form gives Woolarm the move Supercharged Arms Up, where it uses its new bound fists to bombard the opponent with a flurry of punches before sending them flying with a mighty
I never get tired of the goofy scream.
It's basically a more powerful version of Power Up Punch that boosts the physical attack by 2 stages instead of 1.
Jeez. Well, that's why it's a special ability. Dustox is getting a Mega. Not a Mega, sorry. A Supercharge. Huh. I wouldn't expect Dustox to get one, but I'm not complaining.
Supercharge.
Then again, the entire point of this is to be like, why do you get a Supercharge? Because I need it. Ooh. There's something about going from the official art into the hand-drawn stuff that'll always be a transitional thing, you know? Okay, I love this art. I just straight up adore it. The thing has like pincers on its head, but that's also like a crown.
The next Pokemon to be rewarded with the power to armor charge is Dustox. Once given a dust fragment, it will be able to become this form and have its defense power skyrocketed. It's much bulkier now thanks to its new armored wings.
I hope
which
those are
can
circles and
also
not
produce
others.
supercharged
circles.
spores. Not only are those spores highly toxic, giving it access to the corrosion ability, but they can also be fired like bullets out of the holes in its eyes and on its chest.
This thing has to be like a
And you
hovering
better
device,
not
because
breathe
there's no way
those
it's going to
spores
flap
in
its
when you come
wings.
across this
Wing,
Pokemon,
singular, I don't know anymore.
especially if it uses the move Supercharged Dusting, where it drops a whole cloud of these spores on the opponent, which
Jeez.
detonate upon contact.
Frig!
Although it's not the
Isn't there an
strongest
actual
supercharged
move that does something like
it
that,
does
where
make
it's
up
like,
for it with a guaranteed chance
the
of
Pokemon's
poison.
covered in some
And
dust,
the
and then if you
opponent
do a
is
fire
already
type
poisoned,
attack,
then
it
the
just
power is doubled.
explodes.
So, there you go. 2 more supercharged Pokemon, which are there for the taking should you want them. For now, though, I think we've dawdled long enough. Let's just
What
move
if
on to the
Beautifly get a
next city before
supercharged?
more
Assuming it didn't
surprises
already get
come
one.
around the
Then
bend.
again, Beautifly got a
Otherwise, we'll be
stack
here
buff,
until
but Dustox
Christmas.
didn't. Camoras. Secretary City. Or maybe it's Secretary. I'm sorry, I see that spelling, I think Secretary.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Secretary City.
Ah,
A
Secretary.
lovely little place, slap bam in the middle of the region, known for its super large lake, the Secretary District.
Ooh.
Which is also home to Secretary Island.
The Secretary
which is one of the largest Pokemon
Lake
camps in the
is
whole
a district?
region. Trainers will come from all over the country just to go to this very camp. Here, they'll learn how to become proper Pokemon trainers and even guild members.
This seems like a good place to be
Heck,
grinding,
it also acts
you know.
as this town's Pokemon guild. So, if we want to take on another guild master, we should definitely...
Or that works too.
Hold on.
Sometimes in games you got that one location that's just no doubt best to be grinding in, you know? Like, Gen 5 had the Nimbasa sports places. But anyway, what is Lowkey
Hey.
doing?
That was Lowkey. What's he doing here? I thought he was with Gresley.
Well, clearly he's not.
Well, it looks like he's heading to Secretary Island, so I guess we better follow him to see what exactly he's up to.
Probably doing some
We can
training.
get to the island either by surfing or by waiting until another boat comes. So we have plenty of options in order to get there.
Odds are most people just surf. Though I imagine the boat would have its own benefit, like, I don't know, the boat driver gives you a free potion or something. So that's what this has been the entire time. I wondered. You know, just something to make it be like, but I should take the boat because of X. You know. Or, you know what, actually, you know what, the benefit would probably be, you don't run into a 500 tentacles.
Join our guild. I cannot just break my own rules.
He tried
for
to
your
enter the
sake.
guild.
Come on, Brandon. Give me a chance. You allowed me to take part in your Pokemon camp before I became an official guild member. That doesn't always mean that you're cut out for my guild. I mean, next to the Double C, it's one of the highest ranking guilds in the whole region. And when you became a guild
That's why I
member,
want to
you had
join
to
it.
start from scratch. You just don't have enough skill or experience yet to join it.
This entire
I'm
story is
sorry,
telling
I
Lowkey
don't
he's
know
not
what
good
else
enough.
I can do for you. You can give me a chance. That's all I'm asking. That's exactly what you're not giving me right now. You're just shooing me away because you assume that I'm not capable based around my rank. You don't know that.
I mean, they've been proven right time and time again.
Lowkey, I knew that the moment you came to see me. What? I'm sorry. What? Tell me something, Lowkey. Why do you think you should join my guild? What exactly can you offer in order to give to my guild? What exactly do you think will make you a good member of my guild? Well, I have strong Pokemon. I know everything about Pokemon guilds. I've studied endlessly at your academy. I assured myself that I gained the highest grades out of anybody else. The highest grades possible. I have great knowledge over Pokemon,
you assured
this
yourself of
region,
that.
and pretty much Pokemon guilds in
You
general.
didn't actually
What
want to
more
prove
could
it, you
want
just
from me?
convinced yourself you did.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? What else is there about you? Are you telling me that the only reason why I should bother making you a member of my guild is because you were a perfect student? I'm sorry, Lowkey, but you're still missing one key factor when it comes to being a guild member in general. What? No. How can that be? That's nonsense. I studied every... What you lack, Lowkey, is something that cannot be taught. Not by someone else. It's something that you must learn on your own, if you are to become a true guild member. Now, if I were you, I'd probably be off. I heard that there's someone on the mainland that probably wants to speak to you. But that's... A true guild member. What is that even supposed to mean? Well, I take it that was the guild master then. And by the looks of things, he shut Lowkey down completely.
Yeah. Didn't even give Lowkey the time of day.
Regardless, while we are here, I guess we might as well try to battle him. Of course, if you'd like, you could also look around the island, check out the campsite, the training grounds, and all that other stuff. But the main reason you're here is probably to take on the guild master.
Yeah.
So we might as well do that right now.
Can I join your thing? You just completely one up
In the center
Lowkey.
of the island is a large hill, which also has a huge castle, which not only doubles as the guild, but as the main building of the academy itself. However, the guild master, who also acts as the principal of this academy, is a little bit concerned about his own work, you know, trying to run the place. So, in order to grab his attention, you're going to have to compete in a special tournament against some of the students of this academy.
Of course.
And believe me, you're not going up against any of the newbies. Oh no. You're
They
going
wouldn't.
up against some of its highest ranking members, with the tournament ending once you've beaten member number 1. You can be assured
it's after we've beaten the first guy. That's great. I
also,
wish.
while you're here and
It's always
doing
that
this
simple.
whole challenge to begin with, you're not allowed to use healing items, nor are you allowed to go to the Pokemon Center on this island.
It's a mini...
You have to do everything, including the
it's a mini Elite
Guildmaster
Four.
battle, in one go.
Bring your best
Alright, what's
Pokemon,
going on out here?
and make sure you've done lots of training.
Oh, I can't believe it. Player, it's you!
Long time no
Wonderful
see,
to
evidently.
see you again. I remember when you first came to this academy to learn to become a guild member yourself, and yet here you are.
Our character has a
an official
backstory?
member.
That's rare.
Oh man, it's so great to see
I think
you
the
again.
only... I think
you used to be one of my best students.
I mean,
and
the
all.
Pokemon protagonists do have
So,
backstories, like...
How's the Pokepals Guild treating
the
you?
Gen 3 guy... It's fine. The Gen 3 protagonist comes from... Kanto, I
that's
believe.
wonderful to hear.
Johto.
Admittedly, it's hard to find a Pokemon trainer like
There is
yourself that
backstory
gets it when
protagonists,
it
but
comes
like
to
usually
being a
not.
guild member.
It's just surprising every time I see it
Most
because
of
they're
the
usually
members that
blank
we have
slates.
here in our days
But anyway.
only really want to join or become a part of a guild.
Also, yes,
just
different
for the
day.
sake
Shut
of
up.
money or attention or some other generic petty mean. But you are the only one in a long time that I've ever seen that appears to get what being a guild member truly symbolizes.
It's like you're the protagonist
The
of a
will
video game or
and
something.
the desire to help those that are in need, both people and Pokemon. But I'm sure you already know that. So, what brings you back?
Rice Krispie treats. I'd like to battle you.
Battle? Me? Well, I am a little busy at the moment, but I'm sure
He's
I
got a
have
whole
some
lot of
time to
nothing
spare.
going on.
Besides, I would love to see how strong you've become since you left the academy. You may have been brave enough to congratulate from this place with flying colors, but
Congratulate.
are you
Is that a
brave
word?
enough to
Probably
face
is.
me?
I just don't know the word.
Let's put that question to the test
Maybe
and demonstrate
he-
to all of these
maybe
young
just meant
students
graduate in
how a
general.
guild member
And they
handles
call it
things.
an accident.
Shall we?
4 Pokemon. Nice.
Alright, player. Show me and my fighting type Pokemon what
Fighting
you've
types.
learned.
I should have guessed from
Go,
the fist. not the thing.
Makuhita!
You got 4 Pokemon, but you're starting with the Makuhita? Well, then again, start
Fighting
small.
type Pokemon will be really hard to take out, especially when you consider his special gimmick. You see, every time he sends out one of his Pokemon, its attack power will boost by 1 stage. Also, his Pokemon know a new fighting move called Chi Strike. This move strikes the opponent in pressure points, which may cause them to flinch, and lower their physical attack by 1
I
stage.
think it's like Serene Grace. I hope not.
Not bad, player, but I'm just getting warmed up. Now the real lesson begins. Go Woolarm!
Oof. Pain in the ass. They're all gonna Mach Punch. Wrong Mach. Damn, spell correct.
An impressive display of strength. but nowhere near impressive enough.
It's
I
not
am
Mach
well
is in
aware
Mach-
that you can
it's
do
Mach-
way
it's
better
Mach
than
is in
that.
Mach 5
Go,
on the fighter
Machoke!
jet. A Machoke. It's a staple for fighting types. If they don't have a Lucario, they have a Machoke. Or one of the Mach Shop line. Sometimes both. Except for
Alright,
Chuck. I
you
think he's
get
the only
brownie points for
exception to the
making it
rule.
this far, I must admit. But now, I think it's about time that you face your final exam. Prepare to face Berserkerine!
Berserkerine? Oof.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are screwed.
Yeah.
This is Berserkerine, the Wolverine Pokemon. And if it wasn't obvious, this guy is the final evolution of Viscerine.
I see its
Evolving
final
from
form.
Gritterine once you
I
give
kind
it
of
a
like
metal
its
coat
grit.
while training.
Oh, metal coat? I'm
This
never
big
getting
fella
it.
is the top predator
That's fine with
of
me
the
though.
Primeval
Gridyon's
region,
design is perfectly
a
fine
lone
as its own. I
wolf
kind of
that
actually
mostly
I like
prefers
it.
to keep to
Of
itself.
course, this is still a cool
However,
design as well,
trainers
you know.
that have the guts to tame one of these will become remarkably formidable. However, if you are going to train one,
You know, it's
make
like if
sure to watch its bad side. Because if this Pokemon's temper gets too out of control, then it will go on a complete rampage, mowing down anything that dare crosses its path.
I imagine there'd be an
using
anime
its
episode
sharp
based on this
metal
concept.
claws, which can cut through
Or they just
obsidian.
have Ash meet 8 new
So as you can
Pokemon he's not going
imagine,
to catch.
this is nowhere near an easy Pokemon to try and beat.
What's his age Pokemon? I imagine it'd be tough. Just think, this is his final Pokemon, a third stage evolution after you went through a gauntlet with no healing.
You youngins. You never fail to meet my expectations, do you?
As I was saying earlier, recommend grinding before starting. Or at least if you're going to start, see
Well
how their
done,
levels
player.
are,
I
then leave
expected
and trade
nothing
if you
less
need to.
from the potential that you showed me when you first came here. I present you as an example for all of my students. You have the enthusiasm, the power, and of course, the will that I know all of my other students will gain someday. As a reward for your triumph, I present to you one last congratulations.
Well, these are optional, so you could just not do it in the first place. Ah, we got Cheese Strike.
Now, player, go. Continue to share your gifts with the rest of the world, and show them what a true guild member can do. Well then, that's 4 Pokemon Guild Masters defeated.
5.
You don't count.
Yeah,
And
no.
since we did, we'll be able to unlock some side quests that we can
If
do
it's a version
without
different,
talent,
in
such as
it's still
helping some of
4.
the other students with their studies and their Pokemon battling skills. But for now, let's head back to the mainland and see what the heck Lowkey's up to.
Lowkey was playing pinball. He's playing Pokken tournaments.
I'm ashamed of you, Lowkey. Getting involved in such a dangerous job, especially when the notorious Team Ragnarok is involved with it.
You're welcome.
Not to mention the fact that you ran away from Gresley when he was escorting you back to your own guild. You should know better
Rachel's
than
here.
to do a job that you haven't been assigned with.
Not even just.
Well, it's not like you were doing anything about it anyway. Actually, what were you doing about it again?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, wandering about with your lovely Rachel.
So that's why he
here.
didn't show up.
You leave my beautiful Roselia out of this. It's not her fault that I lost track of time. Well then, in that case, it's a good thing that I was
It is
there
interesting
to pick
how
up your
she
slack. I mean,
showed up to
Gresley's
distract
whole argument
for
about me
right when
being
that
in
entire
trouble was utter
thing happened,
nonsense.
isn't it?
The Mimico Guild was contracted to do that job. It was the whole reason why you and that nobody were assigned to it to begin with. You were the one who decided not to show up. I was merely filling in the dots for you. Lowkey, that doesn't change the fact that you weren't assigned to that job. It was for Thor and the player to do, whenever they were going to show up or not. That's no excuse for you to intrude
If
when
they weren't
you
going
don't
to show
belong.
up, why am I in
shut it,
trouble
you
for trying to save
ragdoll.
people?
Nobody is talking
Give
to
me a
you.
bayonet.
This is none of your business, so butt out of
Before I was
it.
gonna have a field day with that one.
Lowkey! Dreadful behavior! Disgraceful! How dare you lash out at someone like that?
You're lashing out at me right now.
Okay. I didn't want to do this, but after everything that you've done so far,
I'm disowning you.
It's clear to me that you need a serious attitude adjustment.
Gonna have a battle?
As punishment for this, Lowkey, I, as second in command of the Pokepals Guild, will be invoking your guild license until further notice.
You're revoking his guild license?
No, you can't. It is done. And it shall be done until you learn what being a true guild member symbolizes.
A true guild man.
Oh, there it is
again.
again.
A real guild
that
member symbolizes hanging out with his girlfriend instead of saving the day. If this is what a guild member symbolizes, I don't want to be in a guild.
You have to figure out for yourself, Lowkey. Huh? Oh, player. I wasn't expecting to see you again so soon. Oh, not you again. You were the last person I wanted to see. This isn't any of your business, so if you don't mind, kindly push off.
What, I was pushing off.
For the love of Arceus! I've had it up to Jupiter with you. You're either gonna move,
Professor?
or I'm going to make you!
With a planet. Well, this is a good justification for a rival
You're
battle.
going down. For real this time.
I've seen worse
Go
reasons for
Mudcrow!
rival battles. Gladion breaks into Aether Foundation building. That's battle! What? What was the transition?
I'm sick and tired of losing to you. Go Pokemon!
Oh, hello. Oh, that's right. He chooses the type that has the disadvantage, I think. Or maybe it's one that has the advantage, something like that. I think it was disadvantage.
Oh, for crying out loud. Does Arceus hate me or something?
Yes.
Go Wormis!
Boop.
Well, still better than that Herdier that I used to have, which I traded it for.
Really?
Come on out! Starter!
Again, I think it's the type that you're either strongest or weak against. I've forgotten, to be perfectly honest. That's on me. I'll go back and check. And by that I mean I'll say I'll go back and check and then neglect to.
Did you... Did you sell your soul or something to become this good?
No, I just didn't get rid of
Why?
my Herdier.
Why?
Wait, is that Herdier trade open for us too? Is like an in-game trade? Probably. It would be good
Even at
explanation
my
for it.
lowest point right now, you just have to kick me down some more, don't you? At this rate, I'll be so low.
Lowkey getting rid
I'll
of
be
a
at the
doll
Earth's
for a
core.
snake sounds fitting, though.
Lowkey, do you still not understand why you keep losing to him? It's the exact same reason why you are not yet worthy to do these sort of jobs, baby brother. You just don't get what makes a true guild master
What
yet.
makes a true guild
And you are
master
not
is
yet
neglecting
in
your
the right
duties to
position
hang out
in
with your
order to do these
girlfriend.
tough jobs. You just need more experience, something you don't have yet. And unless you truly understand what the point of this job is, you won't be able to get any of it. Lowkey, I know Thor may seem a bit harsh on you, but he's only trying to help you understand. You have to listen to his advice. He knows what he's talking about.
Does he, though?
That's rich. It's always Thor, isn't it? Thor, Thor, Thor. Look at how much of a great guild member Thor is. Look at how powerful he is and how kind and loving he is. But nobody ever cares about me, huh? Sheesh. With that kind of an attitude, it's no wonder you don't have any friends. No. No, it's because of him that I don't have any friends. Oh, you should have been there, Thor, when I was at that academy on that island over there. Every day, every bloomin' day, it was, Lowkey, you will never be as good as Thor. Try as much as you like, but you won't be as good as your brother. You're nothing but a shadow in comparison to Thor. Why are you even bothering to try and become a guild member? You'll just be nothing but a chip off of Thor's shoulders. Thor, 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 I was tired of it. every day, everybody on that island compared me to you just because we were related. And the worst part wasn't saying I wouldn't be good enough. Oh, no, 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 no. Everybody on that island praised you without getting to know you at all. It was, well, nonsensical. I mean, everyone kept saying, oh, look at how wonderful Thor is as a guild master. He's a great guild member in general. He's loving, kind, and so strong. He's everything you wish you could be, Lowkey. Never mind the fact that he would throw away his responsibilities just to goof off with some nobodies. No, best guild master ever. We don't need to bother to get to know any of these people. We just know that one of them can't live up to the other's potential, and the other is perfect in absolutely every way. Why should you need to prove yourself, Thor? Because everybody just loves you anyway, because they know how much of a great guild member and how much of a great person you are, without actually getting to know you. You don't need to tell me anything, Thor. You don't deserve any of that attention. I'm the one who's trying to get all of these jobs done. I'm the one who's trying to make a difference in the world. You just want to gallivant off to Neverland while I'm left here to grow up. Is that all that you think about being a guild member? Just getting the job done? What? Seriously? After that huge tangent, that's all you have to say? Were you even listening to me? Do you even care? I do. Which is why I will be revoking your guild license, as I have said. I don't want you getting.
Here's an idea. Instead of playing the pronoun game about what he doesn't understand to be a guild master,
in Robintown,
tell him!
Notice. Do I
know this is trying to be one of those stories of figure it out for yourself when the time is right. If he's not figuring it out, and if it's making him lose his license, tell him. Open your mouth and speak. That's all you have to do.
I knew he had some hardships when he entered the academy, but
you're very good at talking, so do it.
And that he... Therefore, I'm sure you gave him the right advice to hear.
Yeah. Get rid of your license and get good.
Wanted to hear. I thought his brash personality came from his inexperience and the fact that he wanted to prove himself so badly. I never thought that urge to prove himself came from such a troubled past. Ugh. I wish Tharther was here. He would know what to say to him. Well, he isn't here, is he? And besides, trying to reason with him now is probably kind of meaningless. He's too angry to listen to that sort of thing. So I say just leaving him alone for now is probably the better move. You know, give him some time to cool down. Ugh. You're right, my dear. Maybe it is best that we give him some room to breathe. Player, my greatest apologies that you had to be roped into all this. However, I am glad that I managed to meet up with you. Apparently, we found the location of a third scroll.
Is that so?
It's on the other side of the region, in a place called the Forest of Rust. It's a very popular tourist attraction.
How does a forest get rusty?
It shouldn't take you
it's
too
a
long
forest.
to get to it from here.
Or is it like a concrete jungle moment?
There was a horrible landslide on
There's a bunch
Route
of metal there.
So you're probably going to have to take the long way around.
What do you mean rust like a color?
If you
so
don't
it's more
mind,
like
Thor,
autumn.
Can we take this route together? There's a lovely bit of scenery that I would like to show you on Route 9.
It's right on the edge of a cliff I can push you off of. Oop, I said too much.
Anything to cheer you up after how horrible my brother Lowkey was to you.
Yeah, it was Lowkey
Sorry,
who
player,
was the
but
problem.
when it comes to traveling to the Forest of Rust, you're
Well, to
on
be
your
fair,
own.
Rachel hasn't
However,
done anything
I
wrong
will try
yet.
to catch up to you
That we
there.
know of.
At least sooner or later. I promise. In the meantime, here's something to help you out. Farewell, player.
You got some revives. I would immediately sell them.
a lot of stuff happened in this episode, didn't it?
Who am I kidding? I keep
Well,
the revives. I
at
hate the
least we
motive
know where
behind
to
it,
go
but I
next.
keep the revives.
So, we will be heading to the Forest of Rust next time, as our Pokemon journey through Cryoto continues.
I am siding more and more with Lowkey with all this, considering how much of a shit 4 has been. Like, okay, he doesn't know about... Like, okay, I have my theory about frickin' Rachel being evil, but that's just a theory at the end of the day, so I can't hold him up for caring about his girlfriend being, on a leash with that stuff. So, I'm not gonna give him crap over that, but just like, really? You didn't do your job and just let Team Ragnarok steal the shit, the bad guys using them for some nefarious purpose? But I'm bad for trying to stop them because it's not the true way of the Guildmaster. Be real. Look, be real here. You're just saying that so that you have an excuse to goof off. You're not trying to convince me. You're trying to convince yourself. You're pathetic. I side with Lowkey, honestly, at this point, because it just seems like everyone's giving him shit for just doing the right thing. If guilds stand for just standing by and letting stuff get stolen because it's not the right thing to do, they aren't very good guilds, in my opinion. I mean, I know there's a certain moment of, like, I don't know, don't try to be a hero and stuff like that, so you don't end up in more danger, but we control fire-breathing dragons and stuff, so I don't know if the same rules should apply. That against the fact that we control fire-breathing dragons, the fact that the rules should apply because you don't want to get burned up by a fire-breathing dragon. And before you say, but Charizard doesn't breathe fire, not talking, who said I was talking about Charizard? We've established that there's a dragon in this region before, a pseudo-legendary, if you will. Yeah. Just, wow, I do all this to help you, and then I do your job for you, and then you go ahead and revoke my license. You know what? If this is what being a guild member stands for, which you claim it isn't, to be fair, but if this is what it's going to imply, then I don't care what a guild master stands for. I don't want to be in one anymore. I'll be the Tommy. No one's going to get that reference. It's going to make me very sad. Yeah. I don't know, man. Just felt like everyone... There's a trend with this series about everyone just shitting on Lowkey for not being Thor, and then Thor is not doing his job half the time. How dare you not be as good as 4? 4 no-showed! 4 let Team Ragnarok get that scroll. The only reason that Team Ragnarok didn't get that scroll is because I showed up. And technically the Elite 4 member, who probably could have also done the job, but 2 hands are more than... Well, 4 hands are more than 2. More accurately. But you know what I'm trying to say. The gauntlets seem cool, and the new Pokemon in the armor form. Superchargers were cool. I'm just going to make my predictions for the next part. Lowkey will try to get involved in a battle, and Lowkey will try to get involved. Everyone will shit on him for trying to save the day, and then 4 will reprimand him. Or you know what? Maybe it'll be a twist. Maybe this time Lowkey doesn't get involved. The bad guys get the part because he didn't show up, and then everyone shits on Lowkey for not saving the day. Or who knows? Or maybe they're just like, okay, or maybe who knows? Maybe this will just be a case of being like, okay, evil only wins when good men do nothing, but you keep reprimanding the good men, so I'm just going to do nothing. And oh look, Team Ragnarok got the final crystal and all that stuff. Or like, I don't know, maybe 4 realizes, or maybe 4 will actually receive repercussions for his lack of actions. I just see, like, I can get an idea, but there are plenty of possibilities the story can go through, and honestly, the only one who knows where it's going to go is S-Code 9 at the end of the day. So, yeah. Well, I don't have anything else to say. I'll get to Unleash next week, though, considering the fact that Part 2 has been uploaded between the 2 recordings of me, so, you know, yeah. Later days.